What is going on, my Masketeers? Welcome back to another episode, and we are here to talk about Kingsman. Yes, I know the film did come out a little while back, but I only recently watched it, and because of that, we're going to talk about that bad boy. So, without further ado, Kingsman is technically the third movie in the Kingsman franchise, and this movie acts as an actual prequel as we get to see how the Kingsman spy organization was actually created in the first place. So the movie starts off in South Africa in 1902, and we are following Orlando Oxford, who is a duke. He is with his wife Emily and his young son Conrad, and they go there, members of the Red Cross, to offer aid, and they go to a concentration camp, and this is taking place during the Second Boer War in South Africa. But while they're there, they get attacked by a guerrilla unit, and during the chaos, Orlando gets hit in the leg, and his wife Emily is fatally shot. His son basically sees all this happen. Before Emily dies, she asks Orlando to make sure that their son never sees war. We then fast forward 12 years, and he's recruited two members essentially into his network. One is the maid Polly, the other is kind of like the chauffeur slash butler, the Black Alfred, aka Shola. And you know what? Let me just press pause real quick when I say this. His name is not Shola, it's Shola. That's the one thing that was irking me throughout the whole movie. They keep on calling him Shola. His name is Shola. That's a Yoruba name. You gotta put that twang on there. White people, please get pronunciation correct, because it be vexing my soul when you lot be remixing these African names. Stop it. This is 2022. We ain't doing that no more. But yeah, I digress. So you got Shola and Polly, who are a part of this secret organization. What then happens is that war is brewing, and this is going to be the First World War. Now, Conrad is a young man, and he is eager to prove himself and to go join up and serve his country. His father, on the other hand, still remembers the promise that he made to his mother, and so he's overly protective of Conrad, and he doesn't want him to join the war. That is like just the general premise of the movie. A whole lot of stuff ensues, and for me, that's one thing which I will say about like the Kingman. I think when it comes to the action, it's always been top notch. I think one of the most defining things of the first movie is that memorable church fight scene where it just blew everything away that I've seen in recent years. And because of that, I think like it's kind of carried on like throughout all the movies, where they really put a lot of emphasis on being dynamic, giving you great camera angles when it comes to their fights. But for this film here, I thought the one thing that it was able to do, which not even the previous two movies was, story-wise, the film had so much happening, but it never felt overtaxed in a sense, or they were trying to cram too much in. But at its very core, this film had a lot of heart. And what happens in the film, and the dynamic between Conrad and his dad, and trying to find that balance of, you have a young man that wants to prove himself in dark times, and you have his dad who has lived the life that he's trying to live, that he's been a soldier, he's gone to war, he's fought. At the other side of it, that glory isn't what it's cracked up to be. And so you have that amazing interaction between the two. That is at the core of this movie. It's got a lot of heart. I thought the pace was good. I thought they were able to keep me engaged. And it had a lot of characters. Rasputin has to be my favorite. This Russian priest that is just out here doing a whole bunch of madness, just giving people opium. Yeah, he's a drug taker himself, you know. He moves a little bit different with it, but he's out here taking a whole bunch of drugs. That fight was good. The main antagonist of the film, which is simply referred to as the Shepherd, I don't know, I kind of felt I had some mixed reviews about him. The one thing which I will say is there's a mystery of who this character is throughout the whole movie, and that's the one thing which I say they did a good job. the mystery of who the character is and the reveal, didn't see that coming. I thought I did see it coming. It wasn't what I thought. And for me, that is a big plus, because normally 9 times out of 10, I'm always able to kind of suss out who that person will be. But in this case, they did such a good job, or I didn't see it coming anyway. So I was pleasantly surprised with that. But when it comes to his motivation, I don't know. I feel it was a little bit lackluster, especially in terms of what his main goal is and his plan. I just felt, he's doing a little bit too much for the goal to be what it was. So that would be like my only gripe. The action, even that final fight scene, it was there. It was there. And they had a lot of very interesting camera angles for that fight scene as well. But just in general, man, the whole film is just so dynamic, which I love. I would say that my rating for the film, I'll give it 8 out of 10. I enjoyed the film. I thought it was very cool. And even certain characters, I don't even know why they were there. One character who he's played by the same actor that plays Quicksilver in the MCU, kind of like a well-known actor. But for some reason, I don't know why he was in this film, because he literally did nothing. And then he comes at the end. And I was just like, that's kind of pointless. He should have literally been in the film throughout, because of like the notoriety that he has and the character that he becomes by the end of it. But yeah, I just thought that was like a wasted character, to be fair with you. And then even certain other things, I was just like, nah, all these movies, they always try to, just bypass racism. Because you got a black man in England, and for some reason, no one bats an eyelid. He's just there in it. And I'm just like, nah, let's be real. He wouldn't be able to have so much freedom. It will be a bit of a madness, They'll be doing Shola dirty in these streets. But yeah, whenever they do these period pieces, they always just try to be like, you know what, yeah, we're gonna have like the one black man there, but then we're gonna remove all the racism in that time. It was a good film. I would highly recommend it. It is currently now on Disney Plus, so if you haven't watched Kingsman, give it a watch. That's it for my review. I will see you guys next time, and please, like always, like, comment, subscribe, share, and help the channel grow. Peace.